My name is Yana Matviychuk. I'm a businesswoman in Ukraine since 2004. My business connected to international events and events in Ukraine. We work with non-governmental organizations and international corporations. I have a team of 70 people. When it was the first day of the full-scale invasion of Russia to Ukraine, I had a ticket to Lviv. I had to fly in the evening to the big forum of our industry, and I had to make a big speech. I woke up 4:30 because my daughter doesn't sleep at night. She's 3 years old, and she woke me up and we went to sleep together. But around 5 o'clock I heard the explosion. First, second, third, and I understood that the war started. I was completely stressed. My husband a day ago left to Bukovel with my daughter, and I was alone with the younger daughter. Around 5 minutes to 6 in the morning, I reminded myself that I have my co-workers, my managers, who already in the train, and they had to give from Kyiv to Lviv for the same forum as I was going to go. I called them immediately and said the war started. Just leave the train, go to your families. Until now they say, Yana, thank you very much, because nobody knows how they would be separated from their kids and husbands. Me, myself, called to husband, and we didn't know what to do because he was in Bukovel with the older daughter, I'm in Kyiv with younger one, but I took myself together. I said, I will stay in Kyiv because this is my city, this is my country, and I want to be here in this critical moment. A few of my friends called me and said, Yana, immediately take your daughter and please go somewhere far away from Kyiv because it's very dangerous. I called my mom, my nanny, everybody came to my apartment, and we were together sitting watching news. Immediately also in the morning I made a video to my team and said, please guys, be strong, the war started, and I'm sure it will be crazy one, because in 2014 we had the same feeling of crazy start of the war. And I told them, just try to make your life, the life of your families and close ones safe. This is your responsibility now. Of course, everything stopped, it's force majeure, nothing worked, and it's just the moment when your life completely before and after. Around 1 o'clock at the day, me, my mother with younger daughter, we went to the shelter, and from all the area we were the first ones who was in the shelter. I was really scared. I was sure that I need to be there and not on the 20th floor where I live. But we stayed half an hour, nobody came, and I thought, maybe I'm crazy to be in the shelter. But then in 30 minutes there were around 300 of people. We were hiding from the Russian bombs. And I couldn't even imagine that in 21st century, me, a very successful woman with a business, with a few offices in Ukraine, I have to hide in the shelter from Russian bombs. We already have few years office in Kramatorsk because our work connected to international organizations, and they are very active in that area. So this office in Kramatorsk first suffered from Russian invasion, and we lost connection with the people almost immediately. We just had time to send some videos and to tell them that we can help, please be connected, stay tuned, stay connected. But not everything was so good, because just the same day when it was first day of full-scale invasion, we lost connection with them. We didn't know what's going on. Just in a few days we realized and find out that some people left Kramatorsk to Ukraine and survived, and it was in a safe place. They are still working with us, and now our company survived and we're working very good. They have a salary, and I'm happy that we can give work to people who stayed without home. But to our managers, we still don't have connection with them, because one guy had to go to Russia to be safe, because Kramatorsk was under bombs all the time, and the other girl, she suffered more because she was taken by Russians to filtration camp, and after this they took her to Russia. I don't know what happened, and I cannot influence the situation. Me, myself, I was under stress completely. First day, I know myself that I need to do something, to be involved, even if I'm sitting in the shelter. But by the way, I spent 2 days with my little kid in the shelter, sleeping there, and almost no food, no water, because we were very scared to go home. Bomb and alarm was always on. I myself fundraised over 100 million hryvnas for different ammunition, for food, for humanitarian aid, for army, for people in invaded areas. But the foundation itself fundraised over $10 million. So it was a very successful story, because actually I took money from very big corporations who are also our clients in my business, and everybody wanted to help. It was like 1 month, 24 hours work, because we had to organize everything first from the shelter, and then just people was everywhere in Ukraine, someone already outside Ukraine. And we had to organize work, fundraise money, to buy products abroad, because in Ukraine it was almost impossible to buy something, because we don't have things for ammunition, for army, etc. Now we have more, of course, because our partners help us. But that first days it was just empty market in Ukraine. And I did crazy work, because my mother told me that the first months of war she couldn't even talk to me, because I all the time was in my smartphone. This was my best friend, and my second best friend was my mother, because she took care of the little kid, of the little daughter. I didn't want to believe that this is real war, and I have to go somewhere from my home. This is my place. I was spending almost all of my life here. My parents from here, mother from Donetsk, father from Volyn, and we have a family who are like from full Ukraine, full territory of Ukraine. We can cover with our roots. But now I was that time in the situation when I had to choose, or I will stay, or I go, and I will be sure that my kids are safe. 2 days in the shelter, 2 first days of full-scale invasion, and after this we went to our friends outside Kyiv. It was not the safest place, now we understand this, but that time we just didn't know at all what to do. We was in one house with few families, with my very good friends. I say I'm very grateful to that girls who helped to take care of my little daughter, of my mother. They cook food, help me with all the things. But I was fundraising. I was crazy. They gave me a small room, and I was sitting 24 hours there with my smartphone, because I knew, oh, if I stop, I don't know what will be with my head, with myself. And really it was a very active period, and I'm happy I did it, because actually I saved myself from some mental from bad mood, let's say. I didn't stop working at all. Of course, business stopped, but I was sure that I need to be active. So I even make video to YouTube, to TikTok, telling people what's going on, because I have a lot of friends in Europe, in America. I have relatives in Russia. It's very sad, by the way, because relatives in Russia called to my mom and her brother from Vladivostok. He said, yes, it started special operation, don't worry, we will not bomb citizens, we will bomb only military places. But it's not so good, because all these military places are in the center of cities sometimes. My mother lost all the connection with Russian relatives. For her, it's such a big loss that she still, I think, didn't recover this situation. And nobody knows if we will be in touch again. Few days I stayed with my younger daughter in friend's house, but in few days it was understood the situation is very bad. We already saw in news that Bucha was almost invaded and people just closed in the territory. No one could go out of there. Also, one of my colleagues, my partner in business, Olga, she was at the time in near Irpin, and she also was caught in this location and even caught by Russians. It was a crazy also story. Maybe she will tell this one day. All the company, all our colleagues tried to help her to take her out of there. And we did it. In 1 hour after they left the house, finally, bomb hit their house. I'm very happy she survived, because she's one of my best friends in business. You know, sometimes we don't even realize how important people are for us.